Well, good morning. Jared Franco, CFO for the record. It's 9:30 a.m. on February 29th. We are agenda item number 1.
Hey, Jared. Sorry, this is Samantha Laddick from the AG's office. I can't hear you. You sound kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Robotish? Is anyone else having that issue or is it just me?
No, but it's bad.
Yeah, we heard it too.
It sounds garbled.
Okay, good. Glad it's not just me, I guess. Thanks. Let's see if we can get that fixed if we can't hear you.
How is this? Can you hear me?
Oh, so much better.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you. Where was I? Jared Franco, CFO for a DEM for the record. We'll go ahead and open up agenda item number 1 and call the Epwg meeting on October 29th, 2024 to order. Mrs. Borst, can you please conduct roll call?
Warren Borst for the record. Jared Franco.
Present.
Tanya Moon. Paul Melendrez.
Present.
Lee Cabanis. Billy Samuels.
Present.
Scott Lewis.
Present. Sorry, it took me a second.
That's all right. Thank you. Eric Holt. Michael Dalton. Lee Cabanis. Lee, can you hear us?
Try one more time. It looks like he disconnected the audio.
Lee Cabanis.
Present.
Thank you, Lee. We have quorum.
Okay, appreciate that. We'll go ahead and close agenda item number 1 and move on to agenda item number 2. This is the first spot for public comment. This is for discussion only. No action may be taken upon a matter raised under this item of the agenda until the matter itself has been specifically included on the agenda as an item upon which action may be taken. Public comments may be limited to 3 minutes per person at the direction of the chair. Comments will not be restricted based on viewpoints. To provide testimony during this period of public comment via telephone, please call at any time after 9 a.m. on the day of the meeting by dialing 1-669-219-2599. When prompted to provide the meeting ID, please enter 686-738-8625 and then press pound. When prompted for a participant ID, please press pound. When asked to provide public comment, please press *6 to unmute your phone and *6 again when your comments are complete. We'll go ahead and let YouTube catch up. Do you have any public comment online?
Warren Borst for the record. No public comment online.
I do have a public comment here in Carson City. I would like to introduce White Pines' newest emergency manager, Matthias Risky. Due to the timing of his appointment letter, we were unable to get him on the this agenda, but he will be. He has signed the appointment letter and will be a part of the next committee member as a member. Matthias, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. Matthias Risky. I'm the new county emergency manager for White Pine County. I have about 8 years of previous experience in law enforcement and a bachelor's degree in emergency management from the University of Alaska Fairbanks. But that being said, this is my first foray into working in an emergency management role. So I'm excited to learn from everybody and happy to be here.
Awesome. Thanks, Matthias. Happy to have you. You have wonderful group here that I'm sure would be willing to help with anything you may need. If you haven't, please reach out to Matthias with whatever your contact info is, just in case he needs any assistance. Is there any other public comment? Okay, so with that, we'll close out agenda item number 2 and move on to agenda item number 3. This is approval of minutes. This is for discussion or possible action. I will discuss and review the minutes of the July 18th, 2024 meeting, and we will determine whether to approve the minutes. Does anyone have any discussion on the minutes from last meeting? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Scott Lewis motions to approve.
Thank you, Scott. Do we have a second?
This is Billy, second, with the exception of me not presenting at this meeting, like I said on the end of those agenda. So I'll take the second, Jared.
Okay, thank you, Billy. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. All right, motion passes. We'll close. We'll close agenda item number 3 and move on to agenda item number 4. This is mission support radiation section update. This is for discussion only. John Fansler from DEM will update the working group on equipment calibrations and exercises from DEM's mission support.
Good morning, John Fansler for the record. This last month, we participated and helped conduct a WIP Trex. It's a exercise held or conducted by the WIP organization throughout from Fernley, Winnemucca, and Elko. I'm waiting for the AR comments back on that, but we did teach a handful of classes throughout the I-80 corridor from Fernley to Elko. We also have our equipment calibrations coming up in the spring, and those dates should be published by the end of the year. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you.
All right, any questions or discussion for Mr. Fansler? All right, we'll close agenda item number 4 and move on to agenda item number 5, emergency preparedness working groups jurisdiction presentation. This is for discussion only. Judith Lyman from DEM will discuss the utilization of DEM's portion of the Epwg funds for 22 and 23.
Good morning. This is Judith Lyman, for the record. I am going to review what DEM has used the EPWG funding for. The EPWG funding is 20% of our radiological budget. DEM has fully expended both the 22 and 23 allocations. We spend that money on the contractor who handles all of the radiological program. We spend that money on equipment, on calibrations, travel for the calibrations, training, travel for the training, items like that. The other, does anybody have any questions?
All right, hearing none. So I know this is the first time we've done DEM's presentation. As you can see, you know, we get a small portion of EPWG, which really just helps fund the program and EPWG committee itself. So our presentation isn't going to be as interesting as the jurisdictions, but it's still important for us to be transparent for to let you all know where we'll call it the management administration costs of the program goes. So does anyone have any questions or comments for Ms. Lyman? All right, hearing none. So we'll close agenda item number 5 and move on to agenda item number 6. This is an update on the balance forward from the Department of Energy. This is for discussion only. I will update the working group on the status of the balance forward from state fiscal year 2017 to 2021. So I got good news. We have actually received the cash balance forward in the amount of $1,202,329. Those funds must be spent by June 30th, 2026. I really adamant that we need to get those spent by June 30th, 2026. Because of all the work that it took and time that it took to get this money to us. We need to ensure that we put the work in and spend it. So Judith will have the allocations out to you all by next week, meaning out of that 1.2 million, she'll let each of your jurisdictions know what piece belongs to you to ensure that you guys spend that by June 30th, 2026. Put it on your calendars, write it down. Let's make sure we get this money spent. Does anyone have any comments, questions? I see Judith has.
Yeah, this is Judith Lyman for the record. I will send out a spreadsheet that shows how much you have already expended of those funds, of the 2017 to 2021 funds, and then how much you have left out of the balance forward.
Perfect, thank you. I see a hand up online.
Hey, Jared, this is Billy Samuels. Along with the allocation spreadsheet, can we also get, I'm not sure if we get award letters with this, but that definitely helps our fiscal side, the award letter component, to show that this is truly allowed by the pass-through on ND into DOE. So is that a possibility?
Absolutely, we can make that happen.
Thank you.
Mr. Melendrez?
And Paul Melendrez for the record. Jared, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate Judith and her answering the phone when I have questions and I'm trying to work through things. She's very attentive to the committee, and that needs to be recognized. So just a public thank you to Judith for the work that she does and being able to respond.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Paul. She is very appreciated here at DEM as well. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? All right. With that, we'll close agenda item number 6 and move on to agenda item number 7. This is the second chance for public comment. It is for discussion only. No action may be taken upon a matter raised under this item of the agenda until the matter itself has been specifically included on the agenda as an item upon which action may be taken. Public comments may be limited to 3 minutes per person at the discretion of the chair. Comments will not be restricted based on viewpoint. To provide testimony during this period of public comment via telephone, please call at any time after 9 a.m. on the day of the meeting by dialing 1-669-219-2599. When prompted to provide the meeting ID, please enter 686-738-8625, then press pound. When prompted for a participant ID, please press pound. When asked to provide public comment, please press *6 to unmute your phone and *6 again when your comments are complete. We will allow 60 to 90 seconds for YouTube to catch up to the live streaming. Is there any comments online?
Lauren Borst for the record, no comments online.
Is there any comments in the room? Does any of the committee members or guests have any public comments? Okay, not hearing any. I think YouTube is caught up by now. Not seeing any on there. So with that, we'll close agenda item number 7 and move on to agenda item number 8, which is adjournment. This is for discussion or possible action. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
This is Scott Lewis. I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, sir. Is there any discussion?
Paul Melendrez, second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, all opposed? All right, motion passes to adjourn. I appreciate you all. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out and we'll be in touch soon.